Hello, roadies. We come to you today with our 10-question challenge results. And I'm Lee.
I'm Wally.
And I'm Summer.
And we are Three for the Road RV. Today we are going to answer the challenge that was given to us by Living the Good Life RVing. And they are the 10 questions that have been going around to the RV YouTubers, asking basic questions about their RV lifestyle and the decisions on how they made the choices that they did. So, question number 1. If you could change or add one thing on your RV, what would it be? Wally, what's your answer?
Well, I'm pretty sure I know what your answer is, but I have a little bit different one. And I would change the water heater to a hot water on demand and not the little tank that we have now. So
that is actually the same answer I had. That is my number one change. And it is the project that we will be working on in this next year, that we will be changing that out to the hot water on demand system before we officially hit the road in 2021. So I am really looking forward to that change. Okay, question number 2. What's something you didn't expect when you got your first RV? Now, this was a kind of an interesting question because technically this is our second RV, but it's our first full-time living RV. So I wasn't sure how to really answer this one. And so I decided to give it 2 answers on my part. And my first answer was about the first RV we had. And that was, when we first got it, was I didn't expect all the learning curves that we would have to do, such as about the towing issues, the concern about weight limits, how to conserve water when you're boondocking, and that kind of thing. And so I was totally shocked at all the different intricacies that goes along with learning how to RV. Now, as this RV is concerned, I have really not expected how many times I would change my mind on how we want the slide setup to be. When we first started renovating it and fixing the leaky roof, we had one idea in mind, and we're already on our second decision on it, and we've already changed our mind. So probably during the holiday break, we're going to be changing it out again to a third decision. And so that's the thing I'm not expecting, that I didn't expect, was how many times I was going to change my mind about our floor plan situation on the slide. What was yours?
my biggest surprise is how everything looks like it's what you want, but when you actually start using it all the time, you decide that you need to see how things need to change or be different to be more practical.
Right.
And so that's why we've changed so many shelves and different things like that, so to fit our needs. And they look really good on the showroom floor, and they look really good when you go to look at it. But when you start using it on an everyday basis, then you're like, no, this is a little harder to use than I want it to be. That's just many things. It's not just a couple. And of course, the learning curve of how all the different ins and outs of your RV. You know, it really is a help to watch these YouTube videos and that. If you have a question about something, they're very, very helpful.
Yes, we have really appreciated the RV YouTube community and all the questions that we have had so far. Summer wants to say something. Summer, what is your opinion on it?
I want to say, I play with my TV and I sit watch my tablet on the couch.
Yeah, she likes sitting on the couch that we built so she could watch her tablet and her YouTube videos. And what else?
My mama moved. My teacher moved me somewhere places.
Okay.
No, her moved my name.
Okay, that's all right.
And I moved my chair.
Now she's talking about school. All right, back to question number 3. What was the deciding factor to buy your first RV?
Okay.
And no, it's Mama's turn, please. I'm going back to the decision on our very first RV. It was because we had been tent camping for over 20 plus years. And when you're a girl, and all girls out there know this, and we had 3 daughters, bathroom issue was the main concern. You really can't go boondocking per se when you're tent camping because there's no potties. We did eventually build ourselves like a porta potty shelter type thing for kind of situations, but most of the time we had to find campgrounds that had the potties. And that was really annoying because getting up in the middle of the night and trudging through the campground in the dark, your imagination could really run around with you. You know, not only the creatures of the night, but you know, there's also the creatures of the night. You know, you never know what's out there hiding in the bushes, and your imagination can really go wild on that. So our big deciding factor, at least for our concern, kids' concern, was having a bathroom that we didn't have to leave a tent to go use, that we could, you know, have the convenience of that. And then also having a better shelter from rainstorms and such, because there have been many a times when we have been stuck in our tent playing games or huddling up in the middle of a big old rainstorm because we had no shelter. And so that made camping kind of miserable. Fun to listen to on the tent, but when you're cold and wet and try not to make everything soggy, it can kind of dampen your spirits too. So having that shelter was the deciding factor of getting our first RV. What about you?
It was more of it was just easy, it was convenient, and we bought it off an acquaintance that was selling it, and it seemed like it was a good price, and it did meet our needs for a while, but we were such novices at the time. We really didn't know what to look for. We didn't know what we really needed. We didn't even really know how we were going to use it. We just knew it was going to be a shelter when we were camping. So now we know a little bit more of what to look for and what we want and what we also need. So.
Okay, number 4. What is your favorite meal to cook while you're camping? Well, since we're full-timers, that's kind of an easy answer because we cook whatever we want. Sometimes we go outside when it's really good weather and not too hot, and we'll use the camp chef that we have and our grill box and griddles, and we'll enjoy the outdoors. And other times, you know, when the weather's not so bad, we just cook in here. And so I've said in my previous videos that I do not like the oven of the way it works here in the RV, so I got a toaster oven that I'm only kind of sort of happy with. I mean, it does baking really well for us and that kind of thing, but I can basically do any meal I want to. However, I just have to set up tables and whatnot if I'm going to do like a fancier meal that needs more prep space, because I have literally none in this trailer. So basically anything. I don't really have a favorite one. Do you?
I like pretty much anything we grill.
What do you like to eat?
I eat bacon.
Yes, Summer is our bacon lover.
And I want to eat meat,
Yep.
chicken, and sauce.
Yes, she's basically your carnivore. Huh. Bacon, her number 1. Then what?
And I sleep on my bed and brush my teeth.
Right.
And I take my glasses off, don't play my clothes, and don't take my jammies off, and keep my jammies on.
Okay, thanks for sharing. You can see she keeps us not ever knowing what's going to come out of that crazy mouth of hers, huh?
No,
That's right.
I tell one more.
Silly.
Hey, it's our turn again.
No, I tell my daughter that.
Okay, what?
I am that dances. I daughter,
Yes.
and I am doing my do in cup
Mm-hmm.
and put on this
Mm.
one.
Oh, they did another eye test for you today? Oh, okay.
I do this. I do cup like this
Yeah, they did eye tests.
and don't work
Oh, okay.
Okay.
this.
Okay.
I
So, question number 5.
do,
What is your must-see RV destination? Well, since we have not officially hit the road yet, I'm going to say basically everything. We're really excited to go anywhere around the United States and just see everything. We're going to officially hit the road in 2021, and our plan is to do work camping to start off, and we'll just see where the jobs take us, and then we'll just explore those areas that we're working at. And then when that job is done, we'll pick another destination and head to there. So I really don't have like a dream place, except for a few things on the bucket list. Like you've got to see New England in the fall. You've got to see the national monuments. We've been to Grand Canyon 3 times already for family reunions, so we don't need to write that one down. However, we're just ready and excited to see everything. What about you?
I want to go to Alaska.
Yes. His big dream is to go to Alaska. There is a big caravan planned for 2021
Stop somewhere.
with a few of the RV YouTubers out there, but we're not sure if we'll be actually ready to go with them or not, or if we'll just have to plan for a future event. However, that is Wally's dream. He definitely wants to do the Alaska thing and do the deep sea fishing and that kind of thing. And so, yeah. We've already got our passports, so we can do that kind of trip and maybe even head down to Mexico at some time too. All right. So question number 6 is, what is your favorite thing about RV? And my favorite thing about RVing is just having the freedom, and that's been everybody's answer that I've seen so far, is having the freedom to go where we want to be able to spend as long as we want to there, and just to enjoy God's creations. And that is really what we are truly excited to do. And it'll be a perfect learning opportunity as we start doing the road schooling opportunities with summer. And so it'll just be really exciting to be able to teach her all of that this world has to offer. What about you?
I think it's more of being uncluttered, as you know, with all the stuff that you collect over time when you're living in
Because it's time for you to go.
a house and or even
I
an
told you to
apartment.
settle down.
And it even though we haven't actually left yet, it's like we feel like we could, within a matter of an hour or two, we could just be on the road and go somewhere if we really needed to. So
Yes. Okay. Now, number 7 is, what is your least favorite thing? And having remembered how we had to do things in our last RV when we were traveling around with it, is having to take the time to secure everything down, to go down the road, so you don't have a disaster when you open up the door when you land somewhere. Having to take the time to make sure that everything is hooked up right, so you're safe on the road. And so just kind of the hassle of getting ready to hit the road is my least favorite thing. What about you?
not being able to take a bath. I used to really like taking baths occasionally, 3 or 4 or 5 times a month. But obviously in an RV tub, that's at least ours. I haven't seen any big enough to really take a bath in. So, but that's not that big a deal. But that's one thing I miss.
Okay, number 8. What's your must-have on your next RV? Well, after having been in here for the 1.5 years that we have been, hot water on demand will definitely be the must-have in whatever next RV that we get. That'll be something that we will negotiate into the sale. And then I would absolutely love to have more counter prep space in the kitchen area. That is my biggest gripe, besides the hot water, is I have to set up my folding tables down the middle of the trailer next to the kitchen to set up my Bosch machine or to do whatever prepping that I need to do. And it's just kind of a pain. So that'll be the must-have for me, is the hot water and then the more counter space, prep space. What about you?
For me, I think I really want I would really love to get one of the slide outs that actually goes level when it's extended all the way out. That's been a little bit of a problem for me in this one, is that we have that bit of a lip on the slide. But I mean, other than that, I don't get to choose very much of the next RV we get. That's mostly up to Lee.
Yeah, he's more into the mechanics of it all, while I'm in the functionality of it all, is basically how it works. Okay. Number 9. What is your favorite adult beverage? Well, we are not drinkers, so I can't name that kind of thing, but however, we do have a weakness for our Pepsis and colas and sodas.
With ice.
With lots of ice, which we totally miss, having ice readily available in an RV. But we do drink a lot of water. Our soda drinking is mainly for when we do road trips and stuff, is to keep us awake on the road. But we drink a lot of water. And then when the weather gets cold, it'll be hot herbal teas and hot chocolate. And that's basically it. Oh, we do enjoy occasional Jamba Juice or smoothies. But that's basically it. We're just kind of boring when it comes to drinking. So, Papa, do you have anything to add to that?
Nope, that's... Sometimes we'll make concoctions that I learned from my father. Just like different fruit punches or, some of your frozen drinks that you mix with pretty little Sprite or Sierra Mist or 7-Up or whatever in it to kind of give it a little bit of a twist on it.
Yeah, and Summer's favorite thing to drink? Anything that is what?
Milk.
Well, blue. She loves blue drinks, whether it's a Slurpee or juices, but her absolute most favorite thing to drink is what? Chocolate milk.
Yeah, that's what you always ask for. And what else?
And I am drinking cold water.
And she loves cold water too.
And I brush my
And red
teeth.
drinks.
And a red drink and blue drink.
Yeah.
And a walking.
Slushies.
Okay.
I walking with Alice, but Alice dropped her drink
That
on
was so
the
sad, huh?
ground.
I know.
And
Darn
then
it.
fell.
Darn it. Okay, number 10, last but certainly not least. What is your favorite indoor RV accessory? This doesn't necessarily have to do with RVing, but it sure makes RV life so much simpler, and that is definitely my Instant Pot. And you can definitely tell that from my Foodie Fridays, that I use a lot of my recipes in the Instant Pot. As one, it's fast. 2, it doesn't take up very much room on the counter. And 3, it's just good stuff all around. So it's technically not really an RV accessory, but I won't go anywhere without it. So it becomes one automatically. What about you?
I like the big TV.
Oh, yes. He likes his big TV. Even though, all we have is over-the-air antenna or what I can pull up online on the computer. But he does miss his football and basketball games live. He really does miss that. So that is something we're trying to figure out for future travel days and such. So anyway, thank you for being patient and for hearing our answers. Thank you for listening to Summer's silly little ramblings. She loves being in front of the camera.
And her waving.
And her chewing on her hair. And so she just loves this whole thing. So Thank you for joining us. Please remember to what? What do they need to do?
Wave and check them out and ring the bell.
Ring the bell and subscribe.
Cry.
Yeah, and to share with family and
Like and
friends.
share.
Share.
Yes.
Follow.
Okay, and now we have to give out our challenges to other RV YouTubers. And I looked on your channels and I didn't see you do your 10 questions, so here you go. Bearfoot Adventures, you have been challenged. Carpe Diem RV Style, you have been challenged.
Yay.
Mormons in a motorhome, you have been challenged. Forgotten Winter, you have been challenged.
Yay.
And last but certainly not least, A Space 43. We so look forward to hearing your answers, and thank you so much for including us in this questionnaire. It was fun to think about and do, and we'll see you on the road.
Bye.
Bye.